clock ticks down in the NRL Grand Final, confetti ready to explode, but one brutal shoulder to the head of a flying winger sends shockwaves through the stadium. Reece Walsh, the electric fullback who's just carried his Broncos to glory, stares down the barrel of a career-altering ban. Will this ugly high shot rob him of a Kangaroos debut and shatter his Ashes dreams before they even ignite? Hold on tight, because what happens next will leave you breathless. If that hook didn't grab you, hit like right now and subscribe to Aussie NRL updates, your front row seat to every NRL twist. The roar of Suncorp Stadium still echoes as Reece Walsh sprints onto the field, his dreadlocks flying like a banner of defiance. It's 2025, the grand final against the Melbourne Storm, and the Broncos are hungry for redemption after last year's heartbreak. Walsh, the 23-year-old prodigy, has been untouchable all season, dancing through defences, scoring tries that make highlight reels weep with envy. But midway through the first half, disaster looms. Xavier Coates, the towering Storm winger with springs in his legs, leaps for a bomb. Walsh times his tackle wrong, just a fraction off, and his shoulder crashes into Coates' jaw with a thud that silences the crowd. The big screen replays it in slow motion, the ugly high contact, the head snap back, the winger crumpling. Referee Ashley Klein's whistle pierces the air, no sin bin, but the bunker buzzes with tension. Social media erupts. Fans scream foul, experts dissect the angle like forensic scientists. Is this the shot that ends Walsh's fairy tale night? The Broncos hold their breath as the halftime siren wails, trailing by 4. But wait, Coates rises, shakes it off, and jogs back into position. No blood, no stretcher, just a steely glare across the field. Walsh whispers an apology mid-scrum, but the damage is done. The match review committee lurks in the shadows, ready to pounce post-game. As the Broncos claw back, Walsh ignites, a grubber kick, a sideline dart, pure magic. They lead by 8 at the break's end. Yet, in the tunnel, whispers spread, Grade 1 careless high tackle. Fine or ban. The uncertainty gnaws like a bad pass. Teammates slap his back, but his eyes dart to the officials' huddle. Little do they know, this collision isn't just a tackle, it's the spark that could light Walsh's international fire or snuff it out forever. And as the second half explodes, with tries raining down, one question burns. Will justice be served on the field or in the Judiciary's cold courtroom? The second half unfolds like a thriller novel you can't put down. Broncos surge ahead, Walsh orchestrating chaos, offloads to Payne Haas, dummies that bamboozle Jerome Hughes. Storm fight back ferociously, Harry Grant sniping from dummy half, Nick Meaney slotting penalties like clockwork. Tensions boil over, a late sin binning for Storm's Trent Loiero on a reckless high shot of his own, mirroring Walsh's earlier sin. The crowd bays for symmetry, but Klein waves Walsh on. Final siren, Broncos 28-20 victors. Walsh, Clive Churchill Medal in hand, hoists the trophy amid golden fireworks. Ecstasy. But reality crashes in Monday morning. The Judiciary panel convenes, screens flickering with that damning footage. Grade 1. $3,000 fine with early guilty plea, no suspension. Escape. Walsh pumps his fist in an empty Brisbane gym, relief flooding like a post-try conversion. But here's the twist, no one's celebrating yet. Whispers from Kangaroos camp. Coach Billy Slater's squad announcement looms for the Ashes series against England. Walsh's high-shot victim. Xavier Coates, now a teammate in green and gold. Ironic poetry. Will Slater overlook the controversy, rewarding Walsh's grand final heroics, a try, 2 assists, 200 metres run? Or does the optics sting too much? Sources leak, 7 debutants eyed, Walsh among them. But confirmation dangles like a 40-20 kick. Teammates text congrats, but Walsh paces his apartment, phone glued to hand. One call could change everything. Suddenly, it buzzes, Slater's number. Heart races. Mate, you're in. Boom. Kangaroos squad locked, Walsh at number 1, Coates on the wing, bromance forged in fire. But hold up, not everyone's cheering. Storm faithful fume over Loiero's 2-game ban, while Broncos cop a fine for overzealous celebrations. Walsh's escape fuels debate, soft judiciary or fair call. Pundits clash on podcasts, fans flood timelines. Yet, in the quiet, Walsh reflects, that shot wasn't malice, just milliseconds of mayhem in a sport that devours the bold. As training camps beckon, a bigger Storm brews, Ashes opener in Manchester, under grey skies. Will Walsh dazzle on debut, or haunt with ghosts of that tackle? The prodigy rises, but secrets simmer. An off-field chat with Coates that mends more than bruises. And just when you think it's all glory. Welcome back to Aussie NRL Updates, smashing NRL news down under, one update at a time. Don't forget to drop a comment, ban or fine, what would you have called it? The Ashes squad reveal hits like a Hamiso Tabuai Fido Bandstormer. Sydney press conference, October 6, 2025. Slater beams, clipboard in hand. Reece Walsh, your new number one. Flashbulbs pop, Walsh grins sheepish, dreads tied back, medal gleaming on his chest. 7 fresh faces. Walsh, Gahamet Shibasaki from Broncos, Tom Dearden, the lot. Coates nods from the flank, no grudges, brothers now. But the room crackles with undercurrents. Slater fields the high shot grenade first. We've reviewed it all. Reece owned it, learned from it. That's footy. Walsh chimes in, voice steady. Talent, not ego. The media scrum devolves into frenzy. Questions on Loiero's ban, Broncos fine for trophy antics, even Billy's ex-Wallaby advisor joining the fray. Laughter cuts tension, but eyes lock on Walsh. Surprise drops. He's not just in, he's starting. Debut against England. Twickenham's roar awaiting. Back in Brisbane, Walsh's family erupts. Mum's tears, dad's proud bear. Hug. Yet, cliffhanger alert. Injury whispers from camp. A niggle in training, nothing major, but enough to spike pulses. Will it sideline him before kick-off? Meanwhile, Storm lick wounds. Loiero serves time on the sidelines, plotting comeback. NRL board mulls rule tweaks. High tackles under microscope, tech upgrades for bunkers. Walsh dives into prep. Film study till dawn, gym sessions that break lesser men. Teammates rib him. Keep that shoulder holstered, eh? Coates laughs loudest. Bond unbreakable. But surprise strikes again. Exclusive leak. Walsh's donating his fine to Coates Charity Foundation. Class act. Fans melt. Haters hush. As flights to England book, Walsh journals privately. Gratitude. Growth. The grind. The prodigy evolves, from street kid to international star. But England's no pushover. Sinfield squad packs venom, Toffoli scheming. First test. Walsh versus World. Pressure mounts like a grandstand finish. One fumble, and dreams fracture. Yet, in a quiet hotel room weeks later, post-victory beers, Walsh confesses to mates, that high shot? Best mistake ever. It forged fireproof resolve. But wait, the series isn't won yet. Game 2 looms, stakes sky high. A betrayal in ranks? No, just raw rivalry. Walsh charges forward, legacy in crosshairs. The plane touches down in Manchester, drizzle greeting the Kangaroos like an old foe. Walsh steps off, backpack slung, eyes wide at the cobblestone charm masking brutal battle ahead. Training pitches slick, boots caked in mud. English autumn no friend to flare. Slater drills basics, collision work, high ball contests. Walsh thrives, but flashbacks flicker. That Coates crunch, the fine sting. Teammates sense it, circle wagons. Shibasaki, fellow Bronco, pulls him aside. Own the narrative, brother. Not exchanged, pact sealed. Media maelstrom awaits. BBC interviews probe the controversial Kangaroo. Walsh fields with poise. Lessons learned. Focus forward. Surprise element. England's camp leaks their destroyer plan. Target Walsh early. Rattle the rookie. Sean Wayne smirks and presses. We've seen the tape. Tension coils. Off-field, Walsh explores. Fish and chips with Coates. Laughs over that fateful hit. You flew like Superman, Walsh jokes. Coates retorts. You hit like a truck. Healing humour. But cliffhanger builds. Pre-test scan reveals a minor calf tweak from grand final scrums. Doc clears him, but doubt whispers. Fans back home glued to streams, polls raging. Debut dazzler or duck. Opening whistle nears. Anthems swell. Walsh in tunnel. Heart thundering. Green jersey heavy with history. Kickoff. English pack thunders. Walsh fields first bomb clean. Crowd hushes. Counterattack. Sidestep. Offload. Dearden scores. Magic. Halftime lead. 12-6. But second half savage. Yellow card to Munster for tip tackle. England surges. Walsh sin-binned on a dubious call. Irony biting. From the naughty chair, he watches chaos unfold. Return. Game on knife edge. 22-20 Aussies. Final minute. Walsh breaks line. Grubbers. Ahead. Try. Sealing 28-20. Echoes of grand final. Dressing room erupts, Slater bear hugs, told YA. But post-match twist. Wayne accuses judiciary bias, reigniting Walsh fine debate. Storm brews for Test 2. Walsh, medal-less but mighty, stares at hotel mirror. Imposter no more. Legacy launching. Yet, shadows lurk. Personal toll of spotlight, family afar. A call home grounds him. Proud, son. Tears well. Series alive, but one upset away from heartbreak. What's next? A reckoning that redefines the game. Game 2 erupts under floodlights. Wembley pulsing with 80,000 souls. Walsh, battle-scarred from debut glory, lines up wiser, sharper. England adapts. Blitz defence smothers his runs. Walker's bombs test resolve. Early bruise. Tackle jars shoulder. Old ghost stirs. Grit teeth. Push on. Kangaroos grind. Munster's kicks pinpoint. Tedesco's now golden. Score ticks. 10 all at break. Whispers in huddle. Stay composed. Walsh nods. Fire in veins. Restart. Chaos. English offside call sparks brawl. Fists fly.